Hello learners! Good day! Welcome to Teacherific TV. I am Teacher Tess, your English teacher. I am here to welcome you to my virtual English classroom. Our lesson for today is about informational text types according to purpose and features. Explanation. Before we will proceed to our discussion, let me read to you the objectives of the lesson. Number 1. Distinguish text types according to purpose and features. Explanation. Number 2. Provide explanation regarding a particular topic. Number 3. Identify the explanations in a specific text. While watching the video, you might take a pen and a paper to take notes of what you learn. Are you ready now? I have here pictures. I want you to look at the pictures. What do you see? Yes, you are correct. They are different reading materials, and they are considered as informational materials or informational texts. We read from magazines, newspaper articles, novels, or even journals. From time to time, we encounter texts. In reading, our main purpose is to understand what is printed on the materials. We don't even consider what type of materials we are dealing with. This video will help you learn about informational text types, which main focus is on explanation text. Informational texts are text types that provide factual information to readers. It is a non-fiction writing written with the intention of informing the reader about a specific topic. It is typically found in magazines, science or history books, autobiographies, and instruction manuals. They are written using special text features that allow the reader to easily find key information and understand the main topic. Text can be grouped into categories based on their purpose and feature. Some text purposes are to entertain, to instruct, to inform, to explain, to describe, and to persuade. This lesson will help you distinguish text types according to purpose and features, focusing on explanation text. What is an explanation text? Explanation text is a non-fiction text which shows how and why things happen. It describes the stages in a process, such as the water cycle, or how a steam engine works. Explanation text describes a process, and they also give reasons. Example is how trees help prevent flooding. Other example could be how a law is made or why we blink when we sneeze. What do you see in the picture? Yes, you are right. They are trees. Are trees useful to us? Yes, you are correct. Let's find out why trees are useful to us. I am going to read to you an informational text which main purpose is to explain. Listen very carefully. The title of the selection is Trees Help Prevent Flooding. When plants grow in an area, the roots of plants dig deep into the soil and create space between soil particles. When it rains in highlands, water that flows downhill gets drained into the space created by the root system of plants. Due to this, chance of flooding is greatly reduced. When plants are absent, especially in rocky areas, rocks prevent water from seeping into the ground. This phenomenon is also observed in paved roads. Since there is no room for water to seep, flooding occurs in nearby water bodies. When a layer of water runs off a rocky surface, it reduces friction. The following layers of water will run more freely as there is less friction. If more water is dumped into rivers and lakes than they can handle, these water bodies tend to overflow, and the banks burst and cause flooding. There are more trees in an area that is prone to water runoffs. The root system of trees can create space between these rocks and hence reduce the amount of water being dumped into the lakes and rivers. Why the selection shows explanation. My question is, how do trees in an area that is prone to water runoffs help in flooding? And the answer is, the roots of the trees dig deep into the soil and create space between soil particles. When it rains in highlands, water that flows downhill gets drained into the space created by the root system of plants. Due to this, chance of flooding is greatly reduced. The purpose of the selection is to explain. Do you know why? Because it discusses why trees help prevent flooding. There are three types of explanation. One is sequential, two is causal, three is theoretical. Sequential. These detail the stages in an event. Example, how a caterpillar turns into a moth. We have here a diagram showing the stages of caterpillar. Second example is how a sandwich is made. Do you know how to make sandwiches? First, you have to grab two pieces of bread. Then, you place a piece of meat between two slices of bread. Last, you spread mustard on the bread. Number 2, causal. Details what causes the change from one stage to the next. Example, how a president is elected. Second, how driving and drinking causes traffic. Third, what causes a tsunami. Fourth, what causes the seasons. Fifth, how does the moon affect the tides. Number 3, theoretical. Details the possible phenomena behind a natural or created process that is not fully understood. Example, what caused the Pasig River to be too much polluted? Next is a diagram. The diagram shows that home and school have the main access to media devices. It is a factual explanation based on theory. Other factors to consider are time, student retention ability, and other affecting factors. In writing an explanation text, we should take notes of the following parts. 1 is the title. You think of the title that you're going to explain. It usually asks, what is your text about? Second is the introduction. Here, you will explain why or how things happen. Third is the main reason or process. It answers the why and how questions. Fourth is your second reason or process. It also answers the why and how questions. Fifth is the third reason or process. It also gives you the answer of why and how questions. And the last part is the conclusion. Here, you will write your concluding reason. You may use the signal word because, and it also answers the how and why questions. Explanations. The main purpose is to explain how something works or why something occurs. Its structures are: it is a general statement to introduce a topic. It is in chronological order. It is organized around a series of events. The language features of explanation text are: it expressed in present tense and it is in the third person. It uses temporal and causal conjunctions, and it includes diagram to add information. I am going to read to you a sample of explanation text. The title is: How does coronavirus COVID-19 spread? People can catch coronavirus from others who are infected even if they don't have any symptoms. This happens when an infected person sneezes or coughs, sending tiny droplets into the air. These can land in the nose or mouth of someone nearby. Some even smaller droplets can linger in the air for minutes to hours. These are called aerosols. People send aerosols into the air when they talk or breathe. Aerosols can travel on air currents away from where they started. So coronavirus sometimes can spread by aerosols. This is more likely to happen when an infected person spends a long time indoors in a space with poor ventilation. People also might get infected if they touch an infected droplet on a surface and then touch their own nose, mouth, or eyes. The virus spreads most easily when an infected person has symptoms, but it also can spread before symptoms start. It can take 2 to 14 days after someone is exposed to the virus for symptoms to show up. The closer you are to someone who is infected with coronavirus, and the longer you are together, the higher your risk of also getting infected. Another example is the puberty stage. Usually, puberty starts between ages 8 and 13 in girls and ages 9 and 15 in boys. This wide range in ages may help explain why some of your friends still look like young kids, whereas others look more like adults. When your body is ready to begin puberty, your pituitary gland, a pea-shaped gland located at the bottom of your brain, releases special hormones. Depending on whether you're a boy or a girl, these hormones go to work on different parts of the body. See if you really understand our lesson. You're going to answer the pause test. Direction. Put a check if the purpose of the text is to explain, and X if it is not. Write your answer on the line before the number. Number 1. Your body also fills out and changes shape during puberty. A boy's shoulder will grow wider and his body will become more muscular. Number 2. Drink 8 or more glasses of water every day to be healthy. Number 3. Water helps keep your temperature normal. You need water to digest your food and get rid of waste. Number 4. Once upon a time, in a faraway land, there is a girl named Goldilocks. She has a beautiful yellow hair and a charming face. Number 5. Sometimes the walls of the pore are broken, allowing sebum, bacteria, and dead skin cells to get under the skin. This causes a small red infection called a lymphoma. Now, let's check your answer. Number 1. Your body also fills out and changes shape during puberty. A boy's shoulders will grow wider and his body will become more muscular. The answer is check. Why check? It shows explanation. Next, number 2. Drink 8 or more glasses of water every day to be healthy. Your answer is X. It doesn't show explanation. Next, number 3. Water helps keep your temperature normal. You need water to digest your food and get rid of waste. The answer is check. It is an explanation text. Number 4. Once upon a time in a faraway land, there is a girl named Goldilocks. She has a beautiful yellow hair and a charming face. The answer is X because it doesn't show explanation. Instead, the paragraph is about the fairy tale. Number 5 is sometimes the walls of the pore are broken, allowing a sebum, bacteria, and dead skin cells to get under the skin. This causes a small red infection called a pimple. The answer is check. It shows explanation. Alright, you did a great job. I hope you have learned something today. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Teacherific TV. Just click the subscribe button and hit like and the bell for notifications. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you. Bye.